Hey Rec Check, it is Miss Courtney. I am here taking the place of Miss Molly for the next couple of weeks while she finishes her law school finals.
I'm Miss Amelia, and today's theme is emojis.
Yes, it is. So let's start with our check-in. Miss Amelia, what's your favorite emoji from our board?
I like the laughing one.
Really? Okay.
How about you?
My favorite one is the goofy one. I think that when people come to Rec Check, we can be goofy, we can be ourselves, and I just think it represents us pretty well. Okay, so today's daily riddle. Do you want to give it to us, Miss Amelia?
I can fly but have no wings. I can cry but have no eyes. Wherever I go, darkness follows me. What am I? Think about that.
Yeah, we're going to think about that. We're going to come back to it at the end of today's session. Today's word is emotion, and Miss Amelia is going to tell us about what that means.
A natural state of mind deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationships with others.
So the reason we chose emojis and emotions for today's theme is because emojis are a very, very easy way for us to show how we're feeling, even when we can't express it or find the right words. So there are some days, and I'm sure you all have seen this out of me, where I am so angry that I just can't get the words out, but I would be able to tell somebody, this is how I'm feeling today. And that gives us a visual to let you know how we're feeling today, or to let us know how you're feeling today. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is our emoji origami. So this is our craft, and we'll be right back when we get all of our stuff together. Okay, guys, today's craft is called a face changer magic card. And this is what you'll need for it: a piece of paper, a pen, a pair of scissors, and a cup. Any cup that is about the size of a coffee mug or a plastic cup, if you have these at your house, will work just fine, and we'll show you what that's for later. We are going to start by taking one corner of our paper and folding it to the side and getting that nice and even with the edge there to make our fold. And because we need to start with a square piece of paper, we're gonna cut off this section. So with our scissors, just making a nice crisp cut. Down our line. And when we open it back up, we've got a nice even square. Our next step is to take the opposite corner and fold it across. So that when we open it back up, we've got a nice X down the center. Next step is to fold each of the four corners into the center. So I'll take my time doing each of these. We're making nice folds on each end. And there's the last one. So what we have now is a square with four little flaps on it. Our next step is to flip the piece of paper over. It'll kind of pop up like a little table, and that's just fine. We're gonna flatten it out, however, and turn it back to a square. Now we are going to take each side of the paper and fold it into the center. So the easiest way for me to do that is to take the little point at the center and match that up with the point that's in the center of the entire paper. Just like that. So now we're going to do that with the other three sides. We're going to take our point and fold it to the center. We'll spin it and do the third side. And then we'll spin it and do the last side. And we'll match those points up. There you go. Okay, the next part is the trickiest part of this craft. So if you need a little bit of help, you can grab a parent. But we are going to take the center of two sides where those points are, and we're gonna fold those into the center. So as you can see, this creates a little hood. And what we're going to do with that is just push it flat and create a square, okay? So let's try that again with another side of our paper. We're gonna take the two corners, fold it in towards the center. Oops, there we go. And our little hood is created, and we'll fold that down flat, okay? We'll make another spin, take our next two corners, fold into the center, and fold our hood flat. We've got one more set. So we'll take the two corners, fold them into the center, and fold that little hood flat. So after those four sides are done, this is what we end up with. I'm gonna make sure all of my folds are good and everything's laying down. So that is the origami portion of this craft, and the next part is the fun part where we get to decorate it. So we're gonna start with the eyes of our emoji eventually, but what we're actually very first going to do is take our cup and put it around the center. This is going to be our emoji face. So if your cup is too big where it goes over the sides of your paper, you're gonna wanna grab a smaller cup. This one happens to fit just perfect because it just gives me a little bit of edge at each side. So with my pen, I'm going to trace my cup around all four sides. And when I remove the cup, we've got a nice perfect circle. If you know how to draw perfect circles on your own, you probably won't even need a cup, but Miss Courtney is not about that life. So to draw our next emoji face, we need to take our flaps from the top down, and we're going to take our bottom flaps down as well. So we have a brand new blank canvas. We're gonna put our cup back on, and we'll trace again. Going around the whole cup, making sure we hit all four sides evenly. And that's going to be our second emoji face. So to put our third emoji face on, we're gonna flip our top back up to center, and then we're gonna flip those flaps one more time, and we're gonna do the same thing on the bottom, where we flip back to center, and then we flip one more time, so we have one more beautiful blank canvas. We'll place our cup back on top, and we'll give this a whirl. Okay, so as we're finished now, we've got three finished emoji bottoms of their faces and three emoji tops of the faces. So now we can go ahead and add our actual faces. I'm gonna start with the eyes because I think that is a little bit easier to start with. The first one I'm going to do is just basic circle eyes, like on a regular standard emoji. So any circle is just fine. Okay. The next one I'm going to do is the laughing eyes. So I will flip my top flaps down. And to draw laughing eyes, it looks a little bit like a rainbow. So I make two rainbows, and then I'm going to connect them. And that's okay if they're not perfect because we're gonna go back in and color them later. But that's the general outline of a laughing eye. My last set of eyes that I'm going to do is the hearts because I think they're cute. So we'll flip back to center to our circles, and then we'll flip up to our last blank canvas for eyes, and we're gonna do hearts. Okay, so now you can flip back and forth and you'll see that you have three sets of eyes to go between. So let's finish this off by doing our emoji mouth. The first one I'm going to do is a big smile. And I think most of you have drawn smiles before, but if you haven't, looks almost like an upside down rainbow. And then a bigger one underneath. You can choose to color this in if you want it to look like an open mouth. I am going to choose to add teeth, and that's by drawing a few lines vertically and then drawing one more rainbow in between, because now it looks like we have top and bottom teeth. The next one that I'm going to do is a surprise face. So it's gonna look like a big O, like, oh my gosh. So that one is just one big circle in the center. That one's pretty easy. And we'll come back to color that in. The last one I'm going to do is the Kissy Face. I saved the Kissy Face for last because it's the hardest out of the three to kind of get the concept. But the way that I drew it that made it easiest for me was to do a number 3 on the left side. So that's just a normal number 3. And then on the other side, we're gonna do a small heart. So that's going to be our Kissy Face emoji. Now you can go back in and color these eyes and these mouths however you choose to do so. This is what my finished project looks like. So we've got colored eyes and the smiley face, so that's a happy emoji. I can change it to a surprised emoji. I can change it to a happy kissing emoji. I can change it to hearts and a smile. So there's a lot of different emotions that can be expressed here, or that are going on with this magic card face changer. So the challenge for today is to use these and create as many as you want to show all types of different moods, whether you're angry, happy, sad, surprised, anything like that. And then use those to understand how our feelings and moods can influence our daily lives as well as those around us. For example, if I come into rec check and I'm huffy and I'm puffy and crabby, it might make my staff feel that they are worried about me being angry. It might make you guys, when you come in, feel uneasy about being around. And that's important for us as adults to know that our feelings and how we react, they set an example for how the rest of the day is going to go. So sometimes if you see your parents really sad or your siblings, it might create an idea in your head to help them feel better. So using these emojis can help us express our feelings in a way that lets people around us know how we're feeling that day and what they can do to help make us feel better. So the next thing we are going to do, I'm going to bring Miss Amelia back and we're going to talk about our outdoor objective.
So we are back, and your outdoor objective for today is to go outside and play Simon Says with your emoji faces. If you've never played Simon Says before, we'll give you a short demonstration. Miss Courtney, Simon Says, smile. Make a sad face. Oh, I didn't say Simon Says.
Shoot. Oh, all right, she got me. Okay, so going towards the end of the day, let's go over our riddle. So it says, I can fly but have no wings. I can cry but have no eyes. Wherever I go, darkness follows me. What am I? Were you able to come up with the answer? Miss Amelia, do you know the answer?
I don't. What is it?
The answer is clouds, because clouds fly, but they don't have wings. Clouds cry when it rains, but they don't have eyes.
Makes sense.
And darkness follows them wherever they go. So the answer for that riddle of the day is clouds. And let's move on to our reflection. So we've been talking about emoji faces all day. So what emoji face did you all start with today? Were you happy when you woke up? Were you sad? Miss Amelia, what emoji face did you wake up with today?
I was happy this morning. How about you?
I was, let's see, is there one? I think the closest one for me is excited. We're going to our cabin tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited to get out of town for a little bit. So what about now? What emoji face are you feeling now? Are you feeling sad that rec check's over for the day? I'm kind of sad.
I'm sad.
I'm sad about it. What emoji face will you have when today ends? So after dinner, after your playtime, when you're headed to bed, what will that emoji face look like? And then just remember, if there's ever a time where you can't figure out a way to express how you're feeling, maybe show somebody an emoji, and that will help them be able to help you with your emotion. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching Digital Rec Check, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Bye, guys.